Testing, 1, 2, 3. Test, 1, 2, 3. ¿Qué onda, way? We are the Bodega Cats.
Cats.
It's lit.
How are you, Isle kittens out there?
Pchs coming right at you on this beautiful catcher day.
Laureezy.
In the hissy. Little titty. Oh, what was it? Little titty? Little titty. Little titty. If you're wondering why we look how we look, is because we have a commitment later on.
Yes.
We have a beautiful date planned out with our amazing friends that are their 10th year anniversary.
Wow.
So we're looking forward to it. We're going to go there in a little bit, so we're going to try to keep it short. But just like every other Saturday, Laureezy hit me with something right before we started. So tell me again.
Well, I got this. I ordered these. Okay, they were like cool Levi, curvy for curvy women. I got a vest with no sleeves, jacket with a hoodie, and I was so excited. So I'm like ripping the package off the jeans, and so I go to put them on, and I look down, and there's a cricket on the jeans, and I'm like, what? At first, I was like,
oh God!
It was. I thought. Shut up.
Chinese.
I thought it was a spider, and I was like, ah! So I got freaked out. So I was like, okay, a cricket. It's just a cricket, like, but it wasn't in the bag though.
So it didn't come in the mail. Like, are you sure you didn't order a cricket?
Maybe.
I heard they're good luck.
Hey, you know those jeans? They're girl jeans.
Oh, so no pockets.
They're no pockets, and I was super.
I'm wearing girl jeans right now. Look at this shit.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do with this? Are you fucking kidding me?
But maybe because I left the door open, my back door open, so maybe. But crickets in January, I don't know. I was just like, well, how did it survive? Because it was in the. So
yeah, that's
I don't know. It's just like.
But I heard they're good luck. So maybe this is something amazing
like when your hands itch.
And you're supposed to scratch with gold, I think, is what my grandma used to say.
Or you go gambling because your hands itch, or.
Oh, us Mexicans, at least in my family, our culture was that if your hands itch, you're supposed to scratch with gold, and that you're gonna get like fortune or something.
I don't think I have anything gold. But.
I know that's our problem all the time.
Silver.
I was like, that's exactly what I said, bro.
Stainless steel.
Oh, dude, let's get our little soundies going on. Oh my Lord! But anyway, let's think of it as it's a good thing.
Laureezy will have good luck.
The rest of 2020.
Isn't it the year of the rat?
Rat, because it was just the year of the pig last year, and that was I'm the pig. What? Let me tell you this. She might be listening. Somebody told me, but anyway, one time she was 100%. Mad at me. She told me that I was a monster pig, and I was like, what does that mean? But I've never forgotten about that, because I'm like, I guess I can be a monster and I'm a pig. Is that what she meant? Or am I a pig that's a monster? I found a picture that maybe if I find it, I'll put it with the video. But I'm like, what's a monster pig?
Double entendre.
So let me see. Should we get into the deep shit, or let's? I just want to say real quick. I was telling Laureezy that I went to the restroom at work, and and as I was going in, the men's bathroom is right across from it. I heard men talking. Do men talk in the restroom? I just thought that was strange, because
we know women do.
Yeah, I hate it, because I'm like, can you leave me alone? The other day, I won't say it, but I'll tell you later. Walks in the bathroom, and I'm like, awkward. And I wanted to take a shit, and I didn't bring my headphones because I had lent Ricky Spanish my adapter. So I'm like, dude.
That's funny.
So now I'm like, well, I'm just gonna fuck with my phone. But we go in at the same time. She starts talking to me, and I'm like, fuck, I need to take a shit. So I had to wait until she was done.
Sometimes if you flush the toilet and like start it.
I knew it was gonna be rough, because all I had was 3 cups of coffee.
Oh God!
And I didn't eat very much the day before.
You can rattle the toilet paper too to make noise.
Yeah, but that only can last for so long. You do the claw like Ellen says, and then so like the Wendy Williams. Did you see the whole fart thing? And she gave a whole explanation how a scientist that was there in the studio, blah blah. It sounded like she
talks
sharted.
About that
She fucking
all the time.
Dude. But anyway, I just thought it was weird with the guys. You know, I didn't know they talked in the bathroom. I'm interested about that. I can't wait until we have...
Did you hear what they were saying, or just men's voices?
It was men's voices, but it was like they didn't just say something. They chatted for a bit. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Okay.
We're gonna eventually have guests in our pod. And we have we already have some guests that are lined up, but I can't wait to have men guests because I have questions. This will be one. I also want to know, when they go pee, do they fart, or that's just us? Like they're standing there and then a fart just comes out. That should be normal, right?
Yeah.
We can ask someone when they come into the podcast, but I wonder things about men. You know.
But their ass cheeks aren't open when they're on the toilet, so maybe sitting on the toilet makes it more conducive to farting.
But how can you pee and a fart doesn't come out? Like, it happens very well, maybe I'm saying too much. Maybe I need to change my fucking diet and shit. But anyway.
I know what you mean. You sit down and you just blow ass.
Yeah. Because you're there, so that's where everything's supposed to happen anyway.
So, because I have big butt cheeks, and so...
We've talked about this. And I wonder because...
When I pass gas, you can tell.
Your shit slaps? You know what Charlemagne said on The Brilliant Idiots was that Wendy Williams doesn't have the cheek to stop the fart.
That's what he's talking about.
I laughed so hard, bro. You know another question I have.
Wendy Williams doesn't have an ass?
You haven't seen her?
I don't think I've ever looked at her ass.
It's all tits, bro. And then, boom. Like, even less than me.
Whoa.
Yeah. But anyway, another question I have for men is, do they know, like, they go to the bathroom and they're like, I am just gonna pee? Because, you know, for us, sometimes we go pee and we're like, I think I can shit. Might as well. I'm already here. Boom. Let it out. So they have to go in there with a purpose, right?
Yeah,
because they're like, oh my God, I'm going to shit. And then they got to sit down. Or if they know that they have to do both, do they just sit down? I have questions.
Well, my husband of late, he did that.
He did?
And yeah. He's just like, don't tell my bros, man.
And he's just putting it on the podcast. Sorry, Blaine.
Well, he's like, I'll just tuck it.
That's what I thought. They do. They tuck it when, like, if they just got to do both, or like you got to shit and then you're there and then you piss. Because for me, even if I go shit,
I can pee standing up. It just gets in.
You can? Oh, no. Efficiently. Anybody.
No, not efficiently.
Yeah. Anybody. I practice in the shower all the time because I really want to get that shit, like, down. That would be amazing to be able to piss. Sometimes I can't. You just gotta. What do you call it? The pooch. The pooch. You just gotta move the pooch a little bit. So, is this too much? We've been told recently by a couple people now. Apparently, our podcast is too much. So what I thought about that. Fuck off. Fuck off, dude. We don't want you as an aisle
just
kitchen.
Just subscribe and don't listen
anymore.
Yes,
please, just subscribe. And then fuck off.
Don't criticize. But it's real. I mean, I think women...
Like, we don't do that shit.
They don't talk... Like, you don't talk about it.
Why are we so afraid?
No. I mean, I don't talk about it at work where I work.
Oh, well, no. I'm not going to say it to anybody.
You know, like to you or some of my other close friends, but...
Yeah. No, I get that.
This is like a close friend.
Well, me and Laureezy talk about everything. You know?
Don't be scared.
If you can't handle it, I mean, we have these conversations on a regular basis, and if you guys want us to keep them private, we can keep them private. But
that's another question.
Thought that you could relate.
I had a question.
Go for it.
Just from our Isle kittens. What do you call your Vagina.
Peach.
Peach?
My peach.
Okay.
You?
You know what? I was just thinking about this. I was like, I can't say pussy. It's
hard for me to say. Pussy.
I can't.
Pussy.
I don't know why. Because my brother used to call,
I salivated.
He used to call people that were weak a pussy.
Yeah, and Charlemagne, Uncle Charla says, how can you call someone that's weak pussy when pussy can take a pounding, bro? It's like, pussy is one of the strongest things in the world.
So I used to call his friends when I was little, like 6, 7, 8. We used to get Playgirl magazines, and from my friends, they're twins. We used to get Playgirl magazines and lock the bathroom, and because we were so,
And you saw dick and shit?
No, it's Playboy.
Oh, you
they
said
didn't
Playgirl.
have Playgirl. I was thinking Playgirl.
Oh.
I don't know. When did they come out with Playgirl?
I don't know, but what year was this? You don't have to say if you don't want to. Tell me, and then I'll edit it.
It's like the 80s.
Okay. Then a lot of bush.
Yeah. Well, we wanted to see. We were like, what does beaver look like? We used to call our things beavers.
I heard that.
Did you hurt your beaver? Oh my god! You jumped in the water. Did you get stuff up your beaver? I just remember that.
Yeah, I've heard beaver.
Beaver.
But that's very American to me. So
beaver.
The beaver, you know.
The beeve.
The beeves.
When you say. That's why I couldn't watch the beaver. I was like, oh my god, is this about vagina? But
I would have watched it.
And then, because we were curious, because, like, I don't think my mom ever gave me the talk about,
Me neither.
About, what. So we looked at Playboy magazines, and we're like, oh, wow, she likes to, run in the sand and blah, blah, blah.
Actually reading the
Yes! We want to know what it was like to be like a female woman in this magazine and bear it all. So and image too, like this is what it's supposed to look like, and then it's like,
but then you start comparing and then you get self-conscious because there's some beautiful pussies out there, bro, and I'm like, how can it be so pretty?
Maybe that's, I was like,
and they're very rare.
Like that.
I think the average looking one is the one you've probably seen, and porn and stuff. That's the average. That beautiful one, it's very rare. Was
bushy or?
Oh, that was Bush in the 80s and Playboy.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
I started getting Playboy when I was already...
We thought we were being
19,
so like...
18, 19?
No, daredevilish.
Oh, I remember I used to get them, that comes in the black plastic.
Yeah.
Like my mom wouldn't... Maybe my mom didn't know. She was so naive. Remember I said the story about when in the movie they were choking that lady and she's like, he's a pervert, and all of us were like, ooh, that's hot. But who doesn't like a little choke here and there, I want to say something. So we recently were guest potters at our good friend, and I'm going to say the way he says it, Oscar Duran podcast, which is called Land of Enlightenment. Enlightenment. We thought, why would we be guests? We're not enlightened.
Hey,
just kidding. We actually are, and we're going to talk about that shit in a segue. But thank you so much for having us. We're going to have Oscar here soon, once we start getting our shit together. And that was really awesome. I had a good time.
Yeah, it was cool.
I don't think he was used to so much sincerity. The peaches. Recently also, somebody else got scared of the peaches, which is, I know, but don't ask for it if you can't handle it. It is what it is, and only my people that really love me actually was my thing. Nah, I won't say it until the end because it goes in the end. But, people that love me, they love the peaches. Not the peach. The peaches. But yeah, so hopefully we can... Did you have a good time at the pot?
Yeah, I did. I felt like my mic was lower, but maybe
I think it's just my voice that's high. And he's been doing it for a while, so he knows.
I need to work on
keep his mouth on the mic. Where's the thingy? God damn it!
That's what she said.
Anyway, but that was a good time. Shout out to Land of Enlightenment, and
Listen.
we'll see you soon here. But that was a good time. I had a
soon
great
here.
time.
See you soon here.
Is that right? Or did it not make sense?
I understood.
Es mi
Just giving you
primer
credit.
día. English is my second language, by the way, you guys.
Sorry, I didn't mean to make fun of you.
No, it's fine. I like it. Look at this. But you should check it out. I'll try to put the links in the bottom of his pod, and he's everywhere. SoundCloud, Land of Enlightenment, SoundCloud, Spotify.
Doing fingers here.
Oh, remember when I was doing the finger? He doesn't have video, so let me do this real quick for those that follow, that listen and follow us. When he talked about my finger movement, this is what I was doing.
You're talking about ass guy?
Yeah.
In yoga?
Or I was this. It was one or the other, but he said he'd done that before, and I was like, no, you're mistaken. He has his fingers mistaken, but it's okay. He's, he's a straight man, so he has a lot to learn. Anyway, so Laureezy tells me I have a hair day, and now I'm feeling it. I was gonna put a hat on, but
No.
I think I should just leave it.
It's beautiful.
It's beautiful. I think your hair looks good. I love. She curled it. She came in with her little sexy dress. It's like we're ready. We're ready.
Bling, bling, bling,
People
bling,
gonna learn
bling,
to.
bling.
You gonna learn to die.
Bling, 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 bling.
But
Anyways.
anyway, segue. What do we talk about now? Do you want to get straight up into the empath thing?
Sure.
So,
Why the hell not?
Laureezy tells me, and it was actually after the pod of last week's pod. Do you need help?
No.
Okay, because so this is for that, and this is for sideways mimosa. So if you wanna. I feel like the mic was too in your face last time, so I wanted to turn it a little bit the way mine is.
I just don't want to be low.
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah. No, you do what you gotta do.
My voice is kind of low.
I keep telling you, just my voice is really loud.
Your voice is higher than mine. Mine's more like.
I'm at Pchs level.
I'm like a cappella. No.
Laureezy has this sexy
alto
voice that she talks
like an alto.
If you guys are interested, by the way,
La, 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 la.
Peloton. If you guys are interested in sponsoring us. But
anyways.
After our pod last time,
do voices.
Laureezy tells me about that she found out, or I forgot. I'm not going to talk about how we started this conversation, but about an empath, EMPATH. She started telling me about it. And I feel like, oh my God, like that's what we are. And I read a lot about it in the last week, and I'm totally an empath. I think, and I was telling Laureezy, apparently there's a psychological empath and a spiritual empath. I believe my mother is a psychological, and I'm the spiritual one, because she feels everything. And it's so funny because in the last podcast, not funny but interesting, but in the last podcast we talked about, the whole walking bleeding hearts. Yeah. And I said, I feel everything. And this whole empath thing is that we absorb that feeling and energies from other people. But the thing that impacted me the most is that some days I'm like, what's wrong with me? But apparently we need a way to regain our energy back. Like an
outlet.
Yeah, an outlet.
Because we take people's energies and
consume
it, and it's overwhelming. Kind of like a medium.
And there's another version that's like a medium.
Yeah, they take, people that are on the other side, and they feel that energy too. So it's the two might be the same, but I feel like I'm an empath. Because actually, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
When I was born with 4 others, and
That's
they
true.
were stillborn.
Mm-hmm.
And so I feel like I started out that way. I was an empath. So I feel energies of people in the past life.
Wow.
And sometimes I think I am a little bit of a medium too, because I have a lot of dreams about my family that's not living anymore. How they're trying to tell me something in dreams. Mm-hmm. But I don't consciously see them during my dream. Although they may be telling me something, and they'll give me a sign, and I'm empathetic toward that. Reading the signs, I guess.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And it's like you pick up those signs.
Yeah, and I get, like, I have to just go home and just
be alone.
Get away from just people and sounds and noise.
That's exact. Oh, see, I told her I printed out an article because I wanted to talk about it here, and of course I lost it because that's who I am. But it said I had highlighted that we need sometimes more than 24 hours to completely recover from what we've just done. And I was telling Laureezy, like just samples of where I've and it's not like we're doing, I don't know, it's not like, oh, I'm healing you. And, it sounds to people that don't understand, don't know how we feel and don't know about this, they'll think like, we're fucking crazy, which maybe we are. But,
I think for me, it comes across that I really care what people think about me, but it's not so much that, it's just
because you're feeling all that
energy.
I want
my aura to be but
clean,
just I want my energy to be clean, clean, I guess, or
because when it's tainted,
open. But see, I get people's bad energy, and I take that, like, we
absorb it,
and I get really sensitive, like when people say bad things on a survey, and I take that, but then I have to say, hey, it's not you. Yep. You can't take anything personal. It's them, that they're whatever. It's not me, because I've done everything I can to help in my work. So
yeah, I feel and then also you reminded me something that you just said. I was watching an interview, and they were interviewing this rapper, and his wife was there, and they asked her, because he's a different person right now, but they asked her, well, how did you deal when that time when he was this and that and he did that, he cheated, he was a typical rapper. And she said, well, I wasn't affected because I'm gonna make us more drinks in a minute, but she's like, I wasn't affected because that had nothing to do with me, it was him. And then the woman and everybody was like, holy crap, we've never heard anybody say this, because you would think, oh, well, she's a dumbass. But she's true. She's right. It's like us, when you get upset about something like you just said that someone said, and that's probably their fucking energy, their fucking shit. And we take it personal when it has nothing to do with us. The actions of others have nothing to do. ¿Qué pasa, papá? Oh, every time I'm wearing black and I don't want him to come near me, he wants to rub me. Baby, no. And when I want him, when I'm in my pajamas or sweatpants, he doesn't want me. But anyway, that's my beautiful Tenoch. But he scratched the shit out of me last night on my toe. It still hurts, Tenoch. You were mean. But anyway, that was super interesting. And I think I had something else in here about it. Hold on.
Empathy was the
yes.
thing on my
docket. I said, and I said this, it could be either a superpower or a super stressor. And I always thought, I'm like, and let me, disclaimer, this was before the whole fucking Trump thing. Again, we're going to get flagged. But before the whole Trump thing, I love Kanye.
He's an idiot.
Might as well let it out. I love Kanye because I can relate to his crazy ass. So, I've always felt I have a superpower too. And when I realized, it was like, oh, my superpower is that I can make people feel good about themselves. But I never knew the consequences of that, which is I'm left drained after I gave you that confidence that I have. You know what I mean? So it's really interesting. I love this whole superpower, super stressor thing. One of my good friends tells me I'm just emotionally compromised.
Good going.
But anyway, let me see how far.
I like that superpower. And you're using your powers for good.
Mm-hmm. But it becomes a super stressor.
Right. Well, I think...
if you don't have that outlet.
Right.
Tell me what you think while I make us drinks.
The energy. I guess even if it's a stressor, as long as it's positive.
But how can it be positive? How can it be positive when we took that negativity from that person to help them cope? It's like...
But it's like still positive.
Well, I'm really impressed that you see it that way. That you're more intelligent, more emotionally intelligent than I always thought I was very emotionally intelligent. I thought that's what I was. But after you told me about empath, I'm not. I'm just an empath, you know. But
No,
if you're able to turn negative energy into positive, it's amazing because
it's part of emotional intelligence.
For me, it's like I feel like a washer. So there's no way I'm washing clean clothes. So I take the dirt. You know what I mean? So when you say it's positive, for me, it's never positive. Because the good, which is kind of, I feel like the people that I keep around, you know, some of my friends like Ricky Spanish and like some of my friends that are, I feel like you guys are so powerful in your aura and your energy that I take from you. You know what I mean? But everybody else takes from me.
Well, I see it in helping just people in bad relationships.
I forgot which glass was yours and which one was mine. And then?
And people in bad relationships, if they're getting sucked dry kind of thing.
Probably the other person.
So if you're an empath, you can feel that and you're like, okay, walk away because this relationship is not working for... And you could do that with people, like, your energy's bringing me down, man.
Oh, yeah.
So...
100%, but what do you do if you care for this person? You just tell him not right now? Teach me how to say that. Oh, part of the article it says that we don't know how to say no. I think that's true. Especially you more than me. Don't you think?
Oh, she points at me.
This is the stuff whenever we post on Instagram that the podcast came out. I always get the screenshots that are funnier, and most of the time I'm pointing at her.
Well, if you're talking about moisturizing your spirituality.
Oh, dude!
You have to
moisturize your spirituality. Let's talk about that. Let me just get your drink ready.
Sorry, it was that segue as you're away from the mic.
It was,
but sometimes that's how I get a word in edgewise.
What I thought was the big one. What happened? Tell me.
I was like, I said, that's how I get a word in edgewise. Just kidding.
Well, let me tell this story. So I tell Laureezy, and like I said, my story starts. So I was drinking one night, and before I started drinking, that day I had seen a video of this woman who was enamored with this cactus. She was just like, oh my gosh. And then the person recording is like, tell me what you think. Tell me how you feel. And the way she spoke about this cactus was like, you know, they're beautiful and blah, blah, blah. And that stuck in me, right? I love, you know, cacti remind me of Mexico and stuff. So that's like a big symbol to me. As we actually say, us Mexicans, as a joke, whenever somebody, oh, I was born here, or something where you don't show you that you're Mexican, we always say, can you see that you have the fucking cactus on your forehead? So it's a cactus. Cacti are a big deal for us. But anyway, so the cactus stay in my head, right? That's what she said. But anyway, so, and I told her I was going to speak about this, so she's okay with it, and I'm not going to say her name, but one of her good friends, she's coming over next month, and we're going to have a girls' night out. We're going to go dancing. We're going to have a good time. And I feel that most of the three of us might be, maybe not her, but we're empaths maybe to her, you know? And she has gone through some shit or whatever. So I could feel her insecurities through the fucking text messages is what I'm trying to say. So I was trying to help her, giving her some of this, you know, energy and confidence and shit. Don't laugh at me. And anyway, so this is what I told her. I tell Laureezy the next day, I wake up and I saw the message and I'm like, oh my God. So I told Laureezy, guess what I fucking told blank. So anyway, I said, God damn it. I said, well, she said, you know, some things. And I said, this is why I like you. We gravitate to each other. Like I told Laureezy, probably like any other creature that has adapted to harsh conditions and it's evolved. As it evolves, like a cactus. It grew and learned to adapt to the harsh weather and learned to grow spines to protect itself. I'm sure it would love to hug someone or another cactus even, because it looks the same. But at this point, it's hard with all those spines. We need to make sure that we moisturize our spirituality and don't grow spines that drive other people away.
Oh my God. You should write that in a poem, like Pchs poems.
Dude. You know, I actually have something super cute that I wrote for our friends that we're going to the party to. Let me see. So the gift that we're giving them is a canvas of a picture of their wedding, their wedding picture. I took it from their social media and I made it into a canvas. And also we an antique lamp. And this wasn't planned, it just happened. But this is what I wrote in the back of the canvas. I'm going to say it in Spanish first. I said, tienen un hermoso pasado juntos. Les deseo luz en su camino al futuro. Which means you have a beautiful past together. I wish you light on your way to your future. So that just came at me when so maybe I should write Hallmark cards or something,
I thought it was here. No, that was so...
I felt it, I love him a lot.
Especially in Spanish. Oh my God.
I'm going to write...
If I was a lesbian.
Right? See? Girls?
And you weren't my friend.
Shit, bro, if you're a lesbian, we'd probably be married right now. But it's funny because the more I see our videos and stuff, I don't think we've said it. And do we have to say it? When we were at the Land of Enlightenment, we were asked, does anything ever happen between you guys? And we're looking like
what?
Excuse me? Huh? I was like, this is my best friend. What the
push her hair back if she has to throw up.
Yeah, we just talked in like one or last podcast that how we can be talking like this close and we don't care.
And you would tell me, dude,
so
you need a Tic Tac.
People, there's a such thing as friends. Okay? Yeah. So stop tripping. Yeah. Laureezy and I are friends, and that's it. Otherwise, we would be very, very happy together. But anyway, either if I had a dick or if Laureezy was a lesbian. Yeah. But yeah, so anyway, I don't know what's wrong with me,
There's nothing wrong with
There's something wrong with me. And,
beautiful.
Well, thank you, homie. I appreciate the fact
that
you love me. I keep it 100. That's the only thing. No 12%.
But 100%.
Just 100.
Or it's 11% now. 12.
Nah, it's that motherfucker. That's another story later on that I'll bring up. But anyway, so the cactus, and I also had one more thing that I have to talk about. So recently, I've been having this, not recently, it's actually been happening for a couple years now, but I've been struggling with the fact that one of my good friends that I love to talk about my personal shit. The reason why, let me just say why I love to tell him personal shit is because the way he is, it's not that he's cold, but he won't, whenever you tell a woman something, this is automatically, and I'm glad we have video because this is what they do. Look at my eyebrows. Oh, and you feel pity. Hey, that's not what I want. I just want to tell you what happened to me and move on. And you tell me some quick shit like, one of the best things he's ever told me is, you're the price. Like, boom, that's it. That's all he had to say. And we moved on and we kept partying, So that's why I love to tell him my shit. And, he keeps telling his lady all my crap. I'm sorry. She's going to get all hurt. I'm sorry. This is true. And I'm sure she's seen worse from me. But so I was struggling with that because just recently I was telling him about a situation that I had going on. And I said, please don't tell. And he says, well, she's my partner. I have to tell her. And I thought in my head, do you though? So I started researching it a lot. And then you could tell, I won't fucking research for work. I won't research for school. But this is what I fucking like. I go into empath and all this other shit. But so I found an article from I didn't write her name, but she's a doctor. Hell yeah. I got facts. These are facts.
Facts.
So it's from a doctor. She's a counselor. Here it is. Susan, I don't know how to pronounce this. Deges, E-S. The G's?
The G's?
The G's? Susan
Sounds
the G's. Yeah. Susan the G's White is her name. And she talked about how...
Is she white? Just kidding.
She's white, yeah. Very convenient. But she talked about, like your friends telling your shit to their significant other and if it's good or not. And she said that in a friendship is similar, it's a similar commitment to a friend as she feels is a commitment to her patients. There has to be confidentiality. And she said that it says confidentiality should also be upheld to the same point. She said that it was information is currency. Ooh, I love that. Information is currency, y'all. So she said, once you share that with the partner, you're taking my control away. So now I lost control. Now, not only was I going through something and I opened up to you, but now I completely lost control of it because you told your partner. And again, I told him I was going to talk about this because I just don't agree with it. And I know that I've kept things about him. And I know it's going to come back to me and say, well, you look at your ex, she was a piece of shit anyway, or you're not in a relationship. So I know it's going to, but it's not fair because if I'm in the relationship and I don't tell, I think I already I kept that confidentiality. You know what I mean?
My husband would tell me stuff about his friends, but I wouldn't necessarily tell him.
But deep things, though? I'm not talking about dick size or anything like that, like deep emotional things?
Yeah, like...
Really?
He had a friend that was cheating on a friend.
I guess that's pretty intense.
Anyway.
Anyway, we're going to edit this shit.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to bring that up because I told him I'm not talking shit about you just because I'm sick and tired of it. But anyway, let's move on. Let's see. We got to go soon. Oh, yeah. Laureezy's like bling bling.
4:22.
Is it? No, it's 5:20, bro. Okay, we're going to have to go soon. I want to jump into this real quick. Oh, before we do that. So, recently, I was trying to flirt. No, I wasn't trying to flirt. I was trying to be cute. And I said something that ended up backfiring. I just said oh, well, blah, blah, blah. And homegirl was just like, ugh, and walked away. And I'm like, oh, fuck. I feel like I don't know how to talk to women anymore, I'm too rough. You think I'm too rough? Am I too rough? Because I'm rough. Am I rough? Just kidding.
Take it down 1,000, sister.
Oh, Lordy.
Just mellow out, dude.
Now, sorry that we're in a rush, but we got to go party. So, I want to talk about something else. There's sometimes certain situations where you're caught off guard. And I'm really happy that Laureezy is willing to talk about this. But I want to talk about an experience that she had. Go for it, homie.
What are we talking about?
Your experience. Help! 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 Help!
Oh, well, so we're at a place of establishment. And of establishment? Oh, no. My friend and I were having a drink, and we're like, oh, we better to not drink anymore because we don't want to drive, blah, blah, blah. And she sees her homeboy that I guess he goes to this place regularly. And so they're like, I'm thinking they're really good friends. So she's like, hey, can we come to your house and party and play cards and we can listen to, CDs or, because I have a CD player.
What happened? Oh, shit. Anyway, tell us.
I had Pandora, but it wasn't that long ago.
Okay.
I'm just like...
Which makes it worse.
Because we had
Larissa's like, now I know where to play my CDs.
I have an old CD player because I have CDs that aren't in my iTunes. Remember when iTunes you used to put...
And isn't it apparently that now iTunes... You don't have that capability anymore or something?
Yeah.
I rarely use... I Spotify.
Anyways. Hey, that's publicity for Spotify.
I did. I'm trying to say something
So
here.
where was I? So we go back to my place and this guy comes along and I trust her, this guy.
She's a good friend of us.
Yeah, I trust her that this guy, because I was at first like, is he okay? Like, do you know him? She's like, yeah, I know him. He's cool. And I was like, okay, yeah, I don't usually invite people to my house that I don't know, but
I was gonna say, homie,
I trust you. And so we go over, and he brings like this honey whiskey or something, and my friend is all, you're so cool, you brought whiskey. And so we were playing cards and listened to...
Yum, he brought whiskey. You didn't mention that before.
Oh, no?
I thought he brought like a cheapy bottle of something.
It was like Jack Daniel's honey.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not that great, but anyway.
But it was cool.
At least he brought something.
My friend was excited.
Yeah.
Because...
she wanted to hook up.
The honey.
Oh.
I don't know if she wanted to hook up.
Why would she bring a dude if she didn't... She literally thought that, let's have another friend to talk to? And she's like, yeah. Laureezy, yeah.
Anyways.
She could have.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the night goes on, and I think at one point we're playing beer pong.
Oh, okay.
And I
was like, Laureezy has CDs and she plays Pong? Like, what the fuck?
I brought the table out, and he beat me because I was not very good at Pong. And
so you had to drink a lot.
A lot of beers. But I can drink a lot. I mean,
yeah, that's true.
I wasn't like...
You're good at absorbing that alcohol.
I could absorb it. I like that.
Hey.
That's good positive vibe.
Turning negative into positive. Hey, glass half full.
Empath. Anyways. So.
Anyway, empath, go for it.
So, we, he is, had a lot of drinks as well, but he was getting, like, ratchet, and so we started making out, and we go to the bedroom, and he flips out, like, he's like, and so at this point, like, he doesn't have any clothes on.
So the threesome had started.
Well, not really a threesome. Homegirl passes out.
Oh, shit.
And I'm like...
So at this point, you guys are in the same room?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going.
She's like at the table, like...
That sounds like something Pchs would do.
But in his mind, I think he thought. So I think he was upset.
Because he wanted to hook up.
He wanted to... And then I was there. I'm like... And...
If I'm going to fuck, I'm going to fuck.
And so... I was like, hey, that's cool. But he turned into like this Dr. Jekyll Hyde kind of shit.
So before he turned, were you guys chatting? Did he seem normal?
Yeah.
Typical?
He was like, he looked at my garage and he's like, oh my gosh, you have so many tools.
You do have amazing tools.
And he was like, your husband was like, blah, 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 blah.
He was a G.
And I was like, I don't really want to talk about my husband, but...
Yeah.
But he was like, just talking normal, and then he's like, well, she's passed out, so he looks at me, and I'm like, so...
Whatever.
And I was drunk, and I probably wouldn't have done that if I wasn't so...
Yeah.
If I hadn't lost that Pong. But anyways, no excuses, but he goes crazy. He, like, naked, runs out of my house, running down the street. God. And he's like, I'm like, what are you doing? And I'm trying to stop him, and he's like, help, 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 down the street. And I'm like, dude, what's wrong? Come back in. I'll call you an Uber.
Hey, let me tell you, Laureezy doesn't live. I live downtown in the Bodega.
Yeah.
Laureezy lives in a nice, quiet neighborhood
street.
With
like nothing
families.
Ever happens. Families. I'm like, oh my God. Well, I was afraid my neighbors would come out and say, like,
call the cops or some shit.
What are you doing, Laureezy? Because I'm a good girl. I mean,
I know. We talked about this.
Why is he naked? What? But I don't remember.
That's crazy.
It was my friend. No, I would admit to having a one-night stand, but
So he's out there.
help,
naked.
help,
And when you
help,
say
help.
naked, you mean topless or naked?
Like nothing.
Oh!
Like butt naked.
What the fuck? Wait, let me say this, and maybe you don't have to answer. Were there drugs involved?
Just alcohol.
Holy shit!
Unless he.
But did he look okay when he came home? When he came to your house?
Yeah, he was fine.
So okay, so
He was
this
like
is
a regular
so
schmegular
weird.
dude.
So maybe okay. Well, then what happened?
Well, so I just shut the door. I'm like, I tried to wake up, passed out lady, and she wouldn't wake up. And I was like, what the hell do I do? And so I go outside again, and there's the cop, and the butt naked dude is in handcuffs.
Oh shit!
Maybe he had underwear on. I don't remember.
Okay.
But so this is funny. I bring his clothes to the cop because I didn't want him to be naked in jail.
Did you fold it?
Yeah, they were all folded on. And I was like, because I feel like, should I bring your clothes to you when you're yelling help? And so he's like, do you know him? I was like, sorta. He's like my friend. And so he puts him in
We're about to fuck, but I don't really know.
Oh,
shit.
Please, people that know me, don't.
This is not your fault. This
But I'm such a good girl. I don't
person
really
brought
do.
this on you.
I don't really do one night stand.
I don't either. We look so old in the podcast number 3, I believe, episode 3, when we're like, oh my god.
Eh.
So we're not used to crazy shit like this.
This wasn't that long ago, but anyways. So, it turns out he has like a chemical imbalance. And
Oh, you always do that.
sorry.
You always change a funny story into now I feel bad.
No, but still, like that was ratchet. Like
That was ratchet because I have a chemical imbalance. I'm sure of it. I might have a tumor, I believe.
well, he could have just been lying because he didn't talk to me. I don't think he remembers all the stuff.
Well, I don't remember everything I do.
So, and it may be just can't handle his alcohol, and but
Someone's out.
even
Someone's
the neighbors
wasn't good upstairs.
the neighbors were out on their
Your gay neighbors.
no
Oh, your other side.
yeah
Oh,
well way
shit.
down he parked
Oh.
which is weird. He parked his car
First red flag.
way
First
like
red
he
flag.
didn't want anybody to know.
Maybe he's very paranoid.
Yeah, maybe.
But
I think he has something wrong. And those neighbors told me he had a gun.
What?
And he was trying to, I guess he went to his car, but I don't know.
God, Laureezy. And this is why we don't do one night
Oh,
stands. Youngins.
When your friend,
We need to talk to that
next
bitch.
time I'm gonna.
We need to talk to that bitch. Let me pause this real quick. We were just losing battery, but we're good. But go ahead.
So, I just, next time I think I'm gonna say, okay, how well do you know? I'm like,
Oof.
yeah.
It's
So-
almost like a bouncer at the club. Show me your ID, let me scan it,
Yeah.
let me stamp you, let me
Well,
and
see-
apparently at this point, metal detector.
Right.
That's where it got weird.
Yeah.
That's where it makes me nervous. Now I'm paranoid. Now I'm glad I have cameras in my bodega.
And it was funny because we did like Facebook, like we were Facebook friends after we were playing cards, and so I was friends with him.
Are you still friends with him?
No.
Oh, okay. Did you delete him or what?
I deleted him,
Yeah. You should.
and I told my friend, I was like, "What the hell's up?"
But this whole time she's passed out.
Well, afterwards,
Oh,
like
okay.
when she woke up in the morning,
No, I know, but
I was like,
through this
"Holy-"
whole scenario, through this whole situation, she was
wake
out.
up once.
Holy shit.
The cops and I was just like mortified. Like,
So, what's the moral of the story? Just kidding.
don't invite someone.
Don't just pick up
Go
strangers.
to their house
you know?
if it's their friend.
And maybe this is what he thought. I'm gonna do this. I'm protected with my gun. I'm gonna park a few blocks away.
I know.
I'm gonna try to fuck, and then I'm gonna go crazy.
Maybe there wasn't a parking space because
by your house.
Yeah, because my house it's lit.
Hashtag it's lit.
Anyway.
Oh, bro, that shit was funny. But anyway, we gotta go, you guys. I know this is a short one. That's what she said. Apparently, you guys don't enjoy the long, so we're giving it to you short.
I like the long. Happy Pchs to you.
So who's your Super Bowl pick?
That is a tough one.
Chiefs.
I like the 49ers too.
I like the 49ers.
You know what? I'm just going to be there for the commercials and maybe for...
Somebody told me, thanks for reminding me, somebody told me that they have a game, which I have our invite. Laureezy and I were homeless for the Super Bowl and we're hoping somebody would invite us. My TV is a piece of shit. And we just wanted to be invited somewhere. So I told her, somehow we're going to get invited. We got the invite. So I got to let you know. Sweet. We're good. We're good to go. But,
we got invited.
Yeah. Hey. But somebody told me that they do a Super Bowl bingo with the commercials. So that, because they will tell you ahead of time what commercials are going to be on. But once you start partying and once you start doing that, so pretty much the bingo card has all the commercials. And once you see it on the TV, you stamp and she says, oh my gosh, this is so cool, that when you come in, you have to pay $5 if you want to play. So then there's those $5 from each person, and whoever gets bingo wins. And I thought, that's not fair, because everybody's watching the commercials. Everybody, if they see you stamp, is going to stamp. And she's like, no, you would think that. But everybody's so excited. They're partying. They're drinking that some people don't get it. So the first one to say bingo.
I'm going to have to take that Monday off.
Did you see the commercial that they're petitioning for that day to be... When is this podcast coming out? I feel like I'm getting sick.
I actually took some elderberry.
I'm getting sick.
And some zinc,
man.
So
I might be sick
next Monday. I did get the
Monday.
flu shot, so...
And I'm going to get it tomorrow.
Don't judge.
And my birthday is in...
Well, no, I'll take the time off, so it's not like...
My birthday is in 4 days, bro. Hey!
Birthday month.
Anybody that knows me knows that I used to celebrate my birthday the whole month of January, but once you get old and depressed and jaded, then you just get a week. You just get that week. But bro, I make that week fucking last. So we're going to have a good time. Because I'm going to be in town, apparently. And we're going to have a good time.
That's good.
And maybe in the next podcast, we'll talk about what a good friend, what Laureezy moved out of her schedule for me, which I love. that shows a lot of love. We'll talk about it in the next podcast, but...
We'll keep you guessing.
Yeah, was a good one.
What are they going to say?
Hey.
Come on, people, subscribe.
Please subscribe.
Tell your friends.
I'm gonna put the links on the bottom because I haven't been putting in. We work off our Instagram, which is at the Bodega Cats Podcast, and
we work hard.
We work so hard.
We work hard.
But we play hard.
We work hard. We work hard for our money. We work hard for your money. So you better treat us right.
Oh, you know what I was listening to earlier? Bohemian Rhapsody.
Oh!
We gotta listen to this as soon as I stop this, but just to pump us up. But anyway, and then some Future.
Do we really need pump up?
No, Pchs and Laureezy never need pump up, but
jam. Pump up the jam.
Hey, we'll show you.
Get your booty on the dance floor tonight.
But anyway, anybody that knows me knows I'm always late. Anybody that knows me and loves me knows that I will always be late. This was a great podcast. I forgot to say, I don't know what the hell this is, but for some reason, I feel like we should be the ones to start it.
It is lit.
Think
of some clever thing.
Thank you for listening.
I need a clever thing. Okay.
We're closing.